Welcome back, everyone. Continuing where we left off. Oh, little sad boy's gone. Oh, that's right, he's outside. Let's go talk to Sad Boy real quick. Now that we've defeated our first boss, he has something to say to us. If we go outside here to the tree and come over here, he should be over here by the dog. Yep. And as you can see, the dog isn't over here right now. So let's talk to him, see what he has to say.
The poor wretched souls, be they lord or legend, the curse shows no mercy. What a sham. The poor be they what a
He just says the same thing. As you can see, there's a dude over there. We're gonna go talk to him. He's not necessary for this run, but I will go through his steps and I'll tell you how to finish his quest. All of the NPCs that you meet have a quest line. Grey Rat, the Firekeeper, this dude, Sad Boy out there by the grave, they all have a quest. They're all very intricate and some of them can be difficult to complete, but they're all in their own way they're all really fun. There are 2 NPCs that we will be doing their quests to the fullest no matter what, because they're both so good. And we're actually going to meet, probably not this episode, but in a couple episodes. He's honestly my favorite NPC. I can't wait for you to meet him. So when we talk to this guy,
Unkindled, are we? And fast on the trail of the Lords absconded? Then these red eyes are for you. Use them to pillage embers and briefly heighten your strength for your duty. What else are unkindled ashes good for?
now this guy is important if you want to invade. If you like invading other players, which is fun, it is fun, it is a part of the game. If you like invading other players, he's important. I'm playing on PC and they haven't fixed the servers for online play, so I'm not able to do that or complete his quest. Because in order to complete his quest, you will have to invade. Unfortunately, we're not able to do that, so. His quest is pretty cool, though. If you are playing on console and you want to do his quest, highly recommended. Continuing on, we turn to our left. Here's an item up here. I believe this is a Titanite shard. No, large soul. I'm gonna quit guessing things. I'm just gonna pick them up and be like, hey, that's what that is. And if we come down here, we don't actually have to fight any of these enemies. You can kind of see it there. There's a guy there who will open up the door and let all the little dogs out. Answering the age-old question as to who let the dogs out. There's also some stuff back there we're gonna go grab. Oh god, there's a dog there. I didn't notice the dog. Did somebody kill one of the dogs? Oh. Somebody killed one of the dogs. Alright, before we go through that gate, I'm gonna come back here. Okay, never mind, there's nothing back there. Excuse me. Come back here, some more dogs. Ow, ow. Bitch. And an alluring skull. If you throw one of those, it will allure enemies to it and distract them for a short time. Over here is a homeward bone. I was right. I just didn't want to say it out loud just in case. And then
Please,
here's another NPC right
grant
here.
me death. Undo my shackles. Oh. Oh, then it's true. A champion of Ash as I live and breathe. To be in your presence is a great honor. I am Yol of Londor, a pilgrim, as you can see, only somehow I failed to die as was ordained. Well, perhaps my calling lies elsewhere. Say, champion of Ash, how does the idea of taking me into your service strike you? I was once a sorcerer. Surely I can be of use. Oh, I should be dead. Yet you have granted me purpose anew. I, Yol of Londor, do solemnly swear myself to you.
So the interesting thing with him, he will grant you 1 free point. Well, he gives you up to 5 free points to put into your attributes. He is involved in one of the endings. There are, I think, 4 endings. There's the normal ending. I'm not going to spoil any of the endings too much. But there's 4 endings. He's a part of one of them. And I might just... We'll do his ending. Why not? It could be fun. Yeah, I'll show you how to do his ending. It is very complicated, and there's a lot involved. Hear that guy? The other thing is, after you've beaten the game, you have a option to go into New Game Plus. It'll restart the game, and you'll keep all of your stats. And you can do that as many times as you want, and keep putting points into it. It'll increase the health of all the enemies, and you'll also gain, I think it's double the souls from each enemy you kill, or like 1.5 multiplier for all your souls. Something like that. Plus you get stronger gear. So like all of your rings will have +1 when you get to New Game Plus. And when you get to New Game 2, then you'll get +2 rings. And in the DLCs is where you'll get your +3 rings, which are better. Oh, I ran out of stamina. Yeah, we're gonna come rest at this bonfire before we continue on. Continuing. These guys are also super weak, so just rolling into them will stun them. Oh, we got a worker's hat. Nice. We go over here, knock this body off, pick up a large leather or small leather shield, which is super great for parrying. If you like parrying, that's a good shield to do that with. We probably should upgrade our weapon at least once. We're going to be using it for a little while longer. We're going to come out here and knock this body off. And kill this guy real quick. Also an item back here. I'm pretty sure this is another ember. Nope, repair powder. It's kind of useless. I think the only weapon that the repair powder is useful for. I should probably explain why there's repair powder. Every time you use your weapon, the durability will go down. For every hit that you take. It kind of depends. As you can see, we're at 74 to 75 durability, and we've been using this quite a lot. See, still at 74. But every time you rest at a bonfire or you die, basically anytime you reset the world, your weapon goes back up to 100% durability. So it's kind of useless. There is one weapon, though, that you get from a boss that needs repair powder, because every time you do its weapon art, it uses up the durability instead of your mana or focus points, the blue bar. So it's really the only weapon that kind of semi-requires that you use that. Oh, there's one more enemy. Hello. These guys are super annoying. They don't have a lot of health, and they don't do a lot of damage, but they don't do a lot of damage very fast. So it just builds up very quickly, and they're very annoying to get because they also jump around all over the place. Super fast. Over here is another Estus shard, I believe, and a lot of enemies standing next to some explodey barrels. So real quick, we're gonna take care of these guys. There we go. Gonna take care of these guys back there. Nice. Pick that up. Pick this up off the body that we dropped. Oh, look at that. That's Loretta's bone. So we found Loretta. She is dead. And Grey Rat's not going to be too happy to hear that. He will be quite sad. Oh, big lady. There's something back here, I don't remember. There is. I probably should have waited to go and get that. Hi, excuse me. Oh, don't you do it. She did it. Well, I guess we have to kill you now. I was gonna wait. That's not who I wanted. Maybe we can lurk. I could just do that. Oh, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Ooh, get stabbed, bitch. I hate that enemy so much. That's kind of the charm to Dark Souls, is a lot of the enemies aren't difficult, they're just annoying. But I mean, that's kind of what makes it a Dark Souls game. And right here is our Estus shard. So now we will have 7. Forgot, you don't actually have that long to reach. Ow. Just rude. Now we got a pitchfork. A completely useless weapon. But you have it now. Oh. I think this is a fire gem. Nope, another ember. Again, I'm gonna quit guessing items because I'm wrong. Nope. I didn't mean to judge. Excuse me. This is an awkward camera angle. This is very rude of you, sir. Oh, actually, I'm not going to drink that. Let me show you why. We open up this door here. Let me go in here. First, knock all these bodies down. There we go, the one with the item. We want that one. Ah, that's an enemy. Nice. None of these are enemies, are they? No. I don't know why those boxes are colored weird. Whatever. If we drop down here, we get our next, what is that called? Covenant? the Sunlight Warrior Covenant. Another good guy covenant that will summon people to help you if someone is invading. And right here, we have Estes Soup. This will completely refill our health. And I believe that respawns every time you rest at a bonfire. Not that that's very useful. Continuing. Oh, no, come back. Pick that up. We'll come back this direction later. Right now, I'm going to go this way and pick up this item. Titanite shard. It's useful. We're going to go this way across this bridge. So we don't have to do it later. Oh, a firebomb. Howdy. We'll come across this bridge and we will fight these two gentlemen here. Oh, forgot the red guy throws firebombs. That's it. There are two more gentlemen sitting in those pens. Take care of them real quick. And there's one more of those little goblin guys that kind of look like Grey Rat. Except this one has a sword. He's going to drop down from the ceiling. He is a little bit stronger than the others. Anyways, we'll open up this door real quick. Howdy. Oh, let's pick up this item real quick. And so there's a bonfire down there. Yeah, we'll go grab that real quick. Those two guys will throw firebombs down there. And there are a lot of explosive barrels. So look out for that. So we're not going to rest at this bonfire because I don't want to get rid. I don't want the enemies to respawn. So we're just going to light the bonfire. So that way we can fast travel back to it. And we're going to turn around and go back. So we're just going to come up here. Kill these guys so they'll quit throwing stuff at us. Oops. Missed. And behind us is who's going to give us all of our pyromancy stuff if you're playing a pyromancer.
Aha, unkindled, are we? Welcome to my abode. I am Cornix, an old pyromancer, a crow in his cage, as you see now. But here we are, an encounter for the ages. I hear the unkindled make for fine vessels. Care to learn some pyromancies from this old man? Ah, most wise. A chance encounter should not be squandered. To reiterate, I am Cornix of the pleasure is mine.
So, he returns back to Firelink Shrine, so if later on in the game you realize, I kind of want to play with pyromancies, you can absolutely do that. He's the guy you go to learn all of your pyromancy stuff. He's also who will upgrade your pyromancy stuff as well. Oh, I kind of forgot about you. I don't remember you having that, though. Doesn't matter. He's dead anyways. Let's pick up this item. We'll go down here. Kill this guy. And pick up the Fire Clutch Ring, which I'm pretty sure that increases our fire damage. Increase of fire attack, but compromise damage absorption. So, while wearing that ring, any weapon that does fire damage, it'll do more fire damage. but you'll also take more damage. Let's see, we have Loretta's ring 2. Blue Tear Stone Ring. Increased damage absorption when HP is low. So when your HP gets to about 1/10, you'll start taking less damage from things. Which is pretty nice, but not very useful. So we're going to go back the way we came. Refill our health just a little bit. And we're going to go behind these barrels and crates. There are some items back here. So right here, this little dude's hiding. He'll try and attack you. There's some guys shooting little darts at you. Another guy. Try to ambush you. Try to kill him. And there's another one. I forgot about him. See, remember what I said about them not doing a lot of damage, but they do that not a lot of damage very quickly? Serpentine, serpentine, serpentine. Ow. Okay. Try this again. Where'd he go? Oh, I think he jumped off the edge. Stupid. I come up here. Kill this guy. Usually there's a third one over there, but he jumped off and we killed him already. We'll go up here. And get this guy. Oh, and he gave us a Titanite shark. Nice. Grab this item real quick. Another homeward bone. That's going to be useful here in a second. If you've already killed the first boss in this area, who's in that church there, this guy will become hostile. But if you haven't killed him, then we can drop down here. And we can talk to him. Ah, I forgot. Right there is somebody else we can talk to. Really, he doesn't say anything important. He just tells you to jump into his cage. And you can see he's not attacking us. When we go to if we go behind him, it tells us we can examine the cage. Here's where we meet another NPC. This will give us our third covenant. The cool thing about this covenant is when you invade someone, you can choose to attack them, or you can help them out. With this covenant, when you invade someone, you're able to attack the enemies. Get a little wooden shield.
Well, what's up? This pit is for hollows, not for the likes of you sane folk. Or perhaps you are a hollow, posing as otherwise? Oh, yes, yes, then we are just fine. It's important to know who you are, but we'll all be mad soon enough. And should you be undead, well, all the more so. Beware, the shackles of the gods are fragile. You might need this. Etch it on your heart if you feel your sanity slipping. Come here to pile up your victims, for that will form your anchor. You'll see when you go mad. They'll be your family. You'll go mad one day, but not today. Take my advice. use this bone and leave this place.
He gives us a homeward bone.
This pit is for hollows, and for the occasional madman fond of piling up victims. You've better things to do, I'd hope. This pit is for hollow.
Alright, and that's all he has to say. And this is where you will put in your vertebrae shackles. Every time you kill someone that you invade, you'll get rewards for your covenant. And each one has an altar that you can go to offer up those rewards. And eventually you'll get rewards back for that. Like a ring, I think if you offer 20 shackles, or 20, vertebrae, then you'll get a whip, vertebrae rings. Anyways, there's all kinds of different things for each covenant. You can look that all up on the wiki. So we're going to use that homeward bone. God dang it. We're going to go to the last bonfire that we rested at. There we go. Ooh, back here. Oh, come here. Come here. So up there, that's where we jumped off, where the guys were throwing fire bombs at us. Back here is another item. Don't remember what this one is. Ah, it's another Titanite shark. Nice. We got quite a few of those, actually. Ow. Jackass. Not there. We go here. Let's see, we got 7. Well, that's pretty good. I can put a couple into this sword. We go back here. I'd like not to get his attention. We go back here. And go over here. Boink. There's a dog over here. Yep. Come on. I knew it. The second I let go, he was going to attack me. There we go. We'll go over there later. For now, we're going to go down here. This is a shortcut to another bonfire. So as you can see, there's a couple rats down here. No big deal, right? Oh, I missed one. There we go. There's a mama rat over there. And we kind of get her attention. That's another great weapon to use to parry. Just toss that over there. Rats also don't like fire. Ooh, and the blood bite ring. Nice. I'll show you what that is here in just a second. Oh, screw off. There we go. Climb up this ladder. Open this gate, and boom. Now, if you made it to this bonfire first, before going through here, this gate will be locked from this direction, so you have to go through that tunnel in order to open up this gate. But it is pretty nice. Oh, and there's a crystal lizard over there. Yeah, we will have to go back that way. Here, just a second. Real quick, though. Let me light this bonfire and rest at it. The reason I'm doing that, when you get to this bonfire, after going through that room there, the guy that we just talked to, who gave us that new covenant, he will invade you, and this will be your first experience to invasions. You see, invaded by mad dark spirit, holy knight Hodrick. So he's gonna make his way over here, try to attack us. He is very difficult to fight and can be very frustrating. So if you want, you can just let him kill you. You're right here next to a bonfire. So it's very easy to reclaim your souls. Come over here, Hodrick. Come on. Come on. The annoying part with him is he likes to parry you. And he also has a magic attack that will or not a magic attack, but he will create a healing field around him that'll heal him. And it's very frustrating. But I'll show you how you fight him. I am going to equip the Castus? I don't know how you say that. Because this is really good for parrying. Especially when you're invading people. You can very quickly switch to one-handed and block and parry people. That's exactly what I'm going to use to kill him. Come on. This way. Over here by the bonfire and away from the big guy. Yep, there you go. Come on. Follow me. He also likes to do his weapon art a lot. And his weapon art is not parryable. Oh, I dodged that. Come on. I dodged that again. Okay. Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. Now, his healing field will heal you as well. Come on, one more. Oh. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Yep. It's been a while since I've done any kind of PvP. Now, once you kill him, he will give you back your Estus. There we go. Get schmacked. God dang it. Just gonna, whoop. Nice. Oh, get wrecked. Do it again. Oh, I missed. Do it again, do it again. Yep. He is really great if you want to practice your parries. Oh, I missed. Darn. Come on, do it again, do it again. Just don't do repeated light attacks because he will parry you. Repeatedly. Heavy attacks are not parryable, I believe. They are very slow, though. There we go. Ooh, it's close. Ah, he's out of Estus. Oh, I was out of stamina. He's almost dead. Come on. Ooh, he jumped back into it. Nice. There we go. He's dead. And see, we get a vertebrae shackle for that. And he's given us all of our Estus flasks back. Alright, so now we can go backwards. Past that guy. We don't care about him. Run into here. I don't believe there's any items in this room. There are none. But back here, there's a big lady. We can sneak up to her if we go up the ladder here. Sneaking on over here. We can maybe. Nope, I lied. We cannot. Oh, whoops. Hi. Yep, come down here. Oh, she sat on me. That's not supposed to happen. Hi. Gonna kill you real quick so I don't have to worry about you. Come here, big lady. Oh, I actually ducked right under her, her attack, and she's dead. Oh, she doesn't give us anything. Over here, you can... Is there an item down here? There's an item down here. Another Titanite shard. Hey, that makes 8, I believe. 8 or 9. I'm not really keeping count. Ow. Ow. Very rude. Again, rude. I don't have to worry about them now. Not anything in here. Oh, there's a whip. That's right. And a guy. Oh, goblin. Shithead. Up here's a little hidey hole. Because as you're running down this pathway, we're actually going backwards. And as you're running down this pathway, she starts shooting stuff at you. So there's a couple little places to hide. Hi. Your AI is broken because we're not supposed to be going this way. We got a couple little enemies here. Let's do a charged heavy on them. You'll be out of their reach, and it'll kill them in one shot. If you don't know which of these are enemies, just kind of press the lock-on button, and it'll lock you onto them. Fuck you. I'm gonna drink that twice, actually. You might be able to recognize where we're at now. This is where the Estus soup was. Ah, that's right. It respawns every time you rest. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. So now we've made a full loop back. And that's all of the items this way. So we can actually just turn around and keep going now. One thing I forgot to mention is the way you get to that crystal lizard is over here. Once you go around the big lady, you can just run. Alright, let's try that again. You can run over here and jump off of this. You'll grab a rusted gold coin. Consuming that will give you an increase in your luck. And that'll help you with collecting items from enemies. Gear, weapons, things like that. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll go ahead and rest at the bonfire. And real quick, we're gonna go this way. This is the way that you'll go to fight your next boss. But before we do that, there's a couple of things we need to get. He doesn't know what to do. Oh, wow. Never mind. Continuing this way. I lied. Actually, we're not going to go this way. Because there is a guy right up there. You can kind of see him. Let's use our binoculars. That guy right there will shoot arrows. And they will do damage to you. To avoid that, we're actually going to go and talk to him. And he will continue to shoot arrows at the enemies, but they won't do any damage to us anymore. So real quick, let's rest here at this bonfire. We're going to travel to... Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do this. So we'll travel here. Going outside this door. Remember, those are the guys that throw firebombs at us. There's the big dude with the pot over there. We're going to come down here. And around here, we're going to let them all pass first. Alright, well, we've been standing here for a few minutes, and it looks like she's not going anywhere. So, Where the hell did she go? Oh, she fell down there. Okay. So we're going to go across this bridge. And, well, as you can see, there's a couple of big guys there who are a little scary. So we're going to try our best to lure over one of them at a time. And it didn't work. They do like to throw their pots at you. So try and lure one over at a time and just fight them one each. It'll be so much easier. Alright, that's one down. One more to go. And he's dead. You can ignore that guy. He's not going to attack you. However, there is a way to get down there. There is a door in that sewer next to the big rat. The rat of even more unusual size than the unusually large rats. That's how you'll get down there. When you go to pick up that item, he will try to jump on top of you. So we can ignore him. He won't attack us, I don't think. Yeah, we're good. Large soul over here. There's an alluring skull over there, but there's also two dogs over there. I don't care for those dogs. Over here, it's our friend Igor. Or Igor. Edgar? Who are you? What's your name?
Another one of those unkindled, are you? All you faceless undead, behaving as if you deserve respect. No matter. Heed my words. If you've any sense, you'll go find a coffin to huddle up inside. You, here, in this land of hollows. You're like a frail maiden on the front lines. If, like the others, you're fool enough to play the champion, then go on ahead. Traipse right past the abandoned church. You'll face death. And it won't be pretty. Enough death to leave you broken. Time after time. Yeah.
This guy's so cool. I love him. He has a little friend hiding in here. But we have to go through that doorway in the sewer to get to her. And she will give us miracles. So if you're playing a holy build, a faith build, that's the lady you want. In here is where we meet my favorite NPC of all time. This is also where we'll go for the next part of the game, after we kill the second boss. Look at the little onion man.
Oh. Pardon me, I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegwart of Katarina. To be honest, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Have you ever walked near a white birch only to be struck by a great arrow? Well, if I'm not mistaken, they come from this tower. Whoever it is, I'm sure I can talk some sense into them. But I have to find a way up, and that's just the trouble. This lift only goes down, you see, and... Well, that doesn't get me anywhere. This lift only goes down. But you know, with a little warming up, eventually... No. I've got to use my head and think.
He's such a cool guy. So if we take the lift down, as you saw, there was a lift that went up. The way you get up to the top of the tower is you'll jump on this lift and then jump off. This will go down and the other one will come down, and you can get on that one and go up. But first... Oops, I just stepped on it twice. First, we're going to come down here. There is a special enemy over here who can be pretty difficult to fight. I will probably die fighting him. So, we'll see. What did we just pick up there? I don't remember now. Oh! I got distracted. Cheater. Please don't kill me. Please, I'm too young. Ow! Shit. You can actually just run past him. You don't have to fight him. Oh, please don't stab me through the wall. He did it anyways. Ooh, frost attack. Out of stamina. And he frostbit me again. I am out of Estus. That's not good. Guess we're killing me here now or we're dead. Please no. Ooh, camera, please. 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 Oh, thank God. Ooh. That was close. I had that under control the whole time. I don't know why you were worried. I wasn't worried. No, I knew exactly what I was doing the entire time. So that is one of the mini bosses. After killing him, he will not respawn. So we're gonna rest there, get our Estus back, and now we have that bonfire open for teleportation later. So we can come back here. I want to say there's an item behind the stairs here. Nope. That was in one of the mods I played. We're going to not jump down that hole, because there's only death. So we're going to pull the elevator back. And then we're going to jump on here and get off. This will go down, bringing the other elevator back. The other reason we wanted to get that bonfire is when we rest, it'll reload, and our boy Sigurd will be up here waiting for us. As you saw, there's a little platform down there. So on our way back down, we're going to jump on top of that platform. But first, let's grab this. Another soul. We'll talk to this gentleman here.
Who are you? I help anytime.
And now anytime we are walking down over there, when he shoots his arrows, it'll only kill the enemies and won't do any damage to us. I want to say there's another item up here? Maybe I'm wrong. Nope. If you don't care for him shooting the enemies down there for you, you can kill him and he'll give you the Hawk Ring, which will make your bows do more damage. It's really not all that important, but if you want the achievement for having all of the rings, yeah, you can do that. And jump. Oh, hey, it's Sigurd. What's up?
Oh, don't disappear like that. You had me downright worried. But thanks to you, an epiphany has struck me square in the head. I've unraveled the riddle of this inscrutable lift.
What a jolly fellow.
On some days I begin to doubt myself. I went up the tower, so I thought, then somehow ended up here. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Anyhow, do you see that? That humongous beast?
Oh, yes, yes, I do.
Coward and I've a steady hand, but that thing makes my skin crawl. How now? Think twice before you go down that road.
Now, that monster looks pretty scary, but he's honestly not that hard to fight. And with the help of Sigurd, we'll have no problem fighting him. He does give you a fire gem. I know that for a fact. So we'll just come down here. Well, let's pick up this item real quick. Homeward Bone, in case we get a little too scared. We don't feel like fighting him. But honestly, it's not that difficult. No!
You should have waited.
Oh!
It's too late now.
So I may have screwed up.
I, Sigurd of the Knights of Katarina, fight by
I like how
your
I said,
side.
oh, this fight's not hard at all, and then immediately went over here and just about got myself killed. Okay, now let's actually fight him. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I don't remember that attack. And let's try this again. I swear I'm actually good at the game. I'm not lying. Hey, over here, dumbass. Come on.
No!
You should have waited.
Well, it's too late now.
Alright, come on.
I, Sigurd of the Knights of Katarina,
Nope.
fight by your side. Ah!
Remember to dodge that attack this time. Can we break his AI? No? See, I told you he's not hard. I'm just stupid. Yeah, I don't know what it is. And then after you fight him, make sure to talk to him. To Sigurd.
That was quite a performance. But you mustn't get in over your head. We Unkindled must put our duties first. But, for the moment, we've a toast to make.
I feel kind of called out for that.
To your valor, my sword, and our victory together. Long...
Oops. Ah, we get an emote.
Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast.
And right to sleep. Now that demon is dead, that's another mini-boss. He's not going to spawn here again if you reload the area. There's a couple of items to pick up. There's one back here, I believe. No, there's not. You can also completely avoid fighting him. And you can sneak around the area and pick things up without alerting the demon. I believe that one's called a stray demon. If we knock off this item, there we go. And this one, I believe this one is a pale tongue. Yes, pale tongues are important. Later on, actually here in the next area after the Undead Settlement and the Road of Sacrifice, we'll get to the Cathedral of the Deep. Oh, it's the Northerner armor. If you want to change up your armor, there you go. The Cathedral of the Deep, there's a area with an NPC who will let you change your stats. So if you don't like where you put some of your points, you can go to her and you can change what stats you have. You can't change what your default stats were. So if you... Howdy. No? What if I just... No? Right there? No? How about here? No? What if I... There we go. Oops. There we go. And if I... Whoop, there we go. Nice. Oh, they gave us some fading souls. Nice. So yeah, you can't change your default stats. So if you picked knight, whatever the knight started with, you can't change those stats. But any stats that you put into it afterwards, you can change those. Kill you. Oh, there, dog. Ah, doggy. Oh, well, we don't have to worry about you. There should be a second dog over here. I think. There was. I can hear him running. Well, I guess we don't have to worry about him. There are two fat ladies there. We can try to sneak past them. Just be careful because they are a little funky. And their hammers can go through walls. Ouch. They're just kind of... Just keep dodging. Just keep dodging through here. We're just going to ignore them. Run up this tower. We're going to come and grab the item up here. Lynn's ring. You can look and see what that one does. I'm not going through each and every single item. I'm just showing you where they're at. Jump down here and jump down here. There we go. There's another item over here. Another homeward bone. Don't worry, we don't have to use that here. I'm going to take all my armor off for this next part, because we will have to parkour our way down. So we're going to have to jump to that ledge. Be very careful here. Yep, jump down there, and we can just fall down here. And there's the Chlorinthian ring. This, while wearing it, your stamina recovers more quickly, which is pretty neat. So we can go ahead and put our armor back on. Where's our... No, not those. There we go. Night leggings. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's a very nice ring to have. That's everything through there. So if you want, now you can use the homeward bone. If you don't feel like going through all those enemies. In fact, that's probably what we're going to do. Behind this door is the next boss. Although it is locked on this side, you do have to go through that other place that we were going to go first. And ended up not going to. So let's use this, and we're going to head back to Firelink Shrine. Use some of our souls that we got. Transposing Kiln. That's what it's called. Once we kill the second boss, we'll get a Transposing Kiln. We can take it to that guy there, and he will turn our boss souls into weapons. Oh, he's back.
Welcome home, I speak. Very well, then taken.
Alright, let's level up a little bit. Put another point into strength. Put some points into health and endurance. There we go.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Let's talk to this lady. Do we have anything? No, she does sell us a dagger. Daggers have a bonus critical, so if you parry somebody or you stab them in the back, it'll do more damage. Let's go ahead and get our Estus Shard. There we go. And let's upgrade our sword real quick. We'll go +1. That's all we'll need to do for now. And there's our Pyromancer. Oh, that's right, we have Loretta's bone. Oh, we should give this to him.
Oh, hello, you're back. I'm in one piece. Well, Now it's time I do my part. Whatever trinket you need, speak up. Just don't ask me where I got them.
So now we can purchase items from him. He'll sell us a couple of embers, some blood red moss clumps. This will get rid of your bleed buildup. Some throwing darts, fire bombs, a couple of different weapons. Bastard sword is pretty much the same as the claymore that we have. It just, I think it's shorter. It does about the same amount of damage and all that. He sells us some gear, some more arrows, a couple of shields, crossbow. And later on, he'll actually go and pillage through other cities and get more stuff for us to buy. So let's go ahead and give him Loretta's bone.
Heavens, she was already dead. Thank you. I'm not surprised, though. Almost a relief, really. You can keep the ring as, well, a little trinket of thanks, I suppose. You can keep the ring as...
So when we...
And stay safe. Oh, this place is a bore. What good is thievery if you've nowhere to go?
So if we rest at the bonfire and we go back to him, he will be laying down crying. Very sad. Everyone here is sad and depressed. So let's go back to the cliff's underside. Yes. Nope, that's the wrong place to go. So, back here. Oh, that's right, the crystal lizard. Can I get to it before it disappears? I can! Come here. Nice! What do we get from you? Sharp gem, nice. We're never going to use that because we're a strength build and not a dex build. But that's okay. Ah, there we go. Through here. So now, so if we had come over here before talking to him, as you can see, he shoots arrows out that will hit the enemies. And if we were here, he would have been shooting them at us too. So now if he shoots them, they won't do any damage to us. So we can pick up all these items. Fading soul, ember, white birch tree branch, another one. At a large soul. Oh, he will actually kill those enemies for us. Like that. Nice. And that's really what we're here for, is that item over there. Let's pick this up too. Reinforced club. Nice. So if we come over here, we can get us an undead bone shard. Those are what increases how much health your Estus flasks regenerate. You'll offer those to your bonfire in Firelink Shrine, and it'll increase the health that you recover from drinking your flasks. And over here is our first Umbral Ash. I lied. That's the... Whose armor was that? It's the cleric armor. That's our first Umbral Ash, Mortician's Ashes. This will get us the key to that cell in the sewers with the big rats. Oh, our swords killed them in one hit now. Nice. Not him, he's got red eyes. Should we just come over here? Jump this way. Whoop. Pick up a scythe. We'll run along here. And we'll get ready for our next boss fight. We're going to get rid of that. Get our charcoal pine resin. Our next boss is weak to fire damage. And don't believe you have any summons. Any NPC summons. If you're playing online, I'm sure there's summons nearby that you can summon to come and help you. So let's go fight our next boss. Yes, our next boss is a tree. And his weak spots are those little white balls. That's what you're going to need to hit. Otherwise, he takes very little damage. And I mean very little damage. No, dodge. Oh, I missed. And every time you pop one, it'll do a whole bunch of damage to him. We need to come and pop these. There we go. Nice, nice. Alright, we're getting close. And on to the second phase. Yeah, you guys remember this place? Ooh, dodge. Oh, please don't attack me just yet. I'm not ready. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Oh, I can't see. I already popped that. Never mind. Oh no. Ooh, that was close. Look out for that hand, because it will try to grab you. The big white one. Yeah, you're going to want to look out for that. Ooh, that was close. The little yellow stuff that's showing up everywhere, that will... it's poison. It'll do damage to you. Alright, come on, come on. There we go. Oh, there we go, and he's dead. Super easy boss. There we go, there's our transposing killing. Oh, hey, there's, Podrick. Well, he's dead. Alright, and let's go back to Firelink Shrine real quick. We can upgrade our stuff a little bit. Let's go to you first.
How
Give her the Umbral Ash.
gracious. Passing fine ash thou'st given. Let this ash bestow nourishment. I only hope these new wares content thee.
And now as you can see, she's selling a couple more things. Got some armor now. Actually, I think she already had that again. But she's selling human pine resin, which does dark magic, and alluring skulls now. So that's pretty cool.
Ashen.
Oh, that's nice. And now let's give that transposing kiln to this dude. He does tell you to give it to him if you...
Fret not, for I...
Yes. If you hit the talk button, he'll tell you, oh, have you ever heard of the transposing kiln? Blah, 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 blah. So we can give this to him.
Belike it is a transposing kiln in thy possession. Seen better days, but methinks it shall suffice. Now, bring to me a twisted soul. Transposition is the art of extracting and coalescing the essence of a soul. In transposing a twisted soul, its true power transferreth to thee. Thy purpose is to seek lords and slay them. What's to fear in a little transposition now?
So as you can see, the Where's it showed? Where's it showed? Ah, Soul of a Rotten Greatwood. You can get the Hollow Slayer Greatsword. It does more damage to hollowed enemies. So all humanoid enemies, like knights and stuff. You can get the Demon Great Axe, Fort's Great Hammer, the Arstor's Spear. Also Soul of the Rotted Greatwood. Demon Fists, and Pontiff's Left Eye. Recover HP with successive attacks. Ah, that's what it does. So yeah, you can pick some of these. This is a great strength weapon. Only requires strength, and will scale with strength. It also does frost damage to enemies. Pretty great weapon. We're not exactly up to 30 strength yet, but it is a pretty cool weapon. This one, it's cool. Has a unique weapon combo, whatever. But all in all, pretty cool. So anytime you kill a boss and you want their weapons, you can go and get them from him. And that should be it. Let's level up a little.
Very well, then take.
Oops. We'll go up to 20. And that should be good for now. We have enough for one more point. Oh! I forgot. We gotta talk to this dude. And we've been dying so much we could have gotten more points.
Oh, this pilgrim, with a debt in death, hardly deserves to behold this divine flame. And I never would have, had you not taken me into your service. I thank you dearly for this, and assure you of my leal service. Then shall we begin? Bearer of the dark sign, let your true strength shine.
Alright, and so he will give us one free point. And we're going to put that point into endurance.
Be safe, champion of Ash.
Once we do that, we will receive a dark sigil. The more dark sigils you have, you'll get another dark sigil for each time you get a point from him. You get up to 5. Every time you die, while you have a dark sigil on you, you earn, I believe, 2 points of hollow every time you die. And I'll show you what that looks like next time I die. But you need 15 hollow points, I believe, in order to get all 5 points from that. So, that's it for this episode. Oh, that's right, the key. Let's buy that real quick. There we go. So in the next episode, we'll go and use the key, and we'll continue on through the road of sacrifice. Thanks for watching.